So here we are back, good old New Mexico. Trip is done, vacation's done, and pretty much get right back to work. So of course this week, a lot of catch up at work, just trying to get stuff fixed and repaired and get everything back on track from the time that I was gone. Everyone handled the events pretty well while I wasn't here, so that's nice to know. Right now I'm actually sitting in the parking lot of the softball game. RJ's running the game right now, so I'm just kind of overseeing the operations. So as for a couple funny stories from the New York trip, there was of course one night, the night that we went to Times Square, that we decided to start heading home right after we saw Times Square, and that's where you saw the clip of Gary sliding down the pole. The funniest thing that we didn't show, though, was the fact that when he was going to go slide down the pole, there was actually a group of NYPD cops coming over to the stairs. And, you know, if you were in New Mexico, those cops would be like, "Hey, get down," blah, 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 like that. He literally slid down the railing, landed right next to them, stumbled, almost crashed into them, and all they did was just say, "Just be careful, sir," and just let him keep going. It was pretty funny to witness. Another funny thing was when we were in Philadelphia, we decided to go get some dinner when we first got there, and there was this nice little Italian restaurant that we went to. And the one thing about Philadelphia that most people don't know is a lot of places are actually BYOB, so you can actually bring your own like beer or wine or whatever into the restaurant, because most restaurants there don't actually have a serving license because they don't pay for it. So, but they're allowed to let you drink in there, but they just can't serve you the drink. So we went in there, and of course it was BYOB, so all of us were kind of like, like, that sucks because we didn't bring our own stuff, and we're having Italian, so it'd be nice to have like some wine or something like that. So we asked the waitress, and of course she was like, yeah, we just recently gave up our liquor license, so we're not allowed to sell liquor anymore. But she ended up finding an open bottle of wine that someone left previously that day. Like, this big group apparently came in for lunch and left the bottle of wine there. And because she can't legally sell it to us, she gifted the bottle to us. So we basically got a free bottle of wine to sit there and sip while we ate our food. It was pretty awesome. Another thing too that I learned about New York is I don't think anyone there has a bladder, because there are no restrooms to be found anywhere in Manhattan. Like, if you're looking for a restroom, you better know exactly what restaurant or what store or what place you're going to, and you better be willing to pay for something at that store to use the restroom, because public restrooms do not exist, mostly because of the homeless problem. They're just trying to avoid homeless people wandering in, but you would think that like the subways or something to be restrooms, but really there's only like 2 stops out of the like 40-some stops that they have that actually have restrooms. So my sister was constantly making fun of me and Jeremy, saying that, you know, our bladders were so small because we had to like use the restroom like every 5 stops on the subway. Because you don't realize, but you're like, oh yeah, I can hold it until I get back to that place. But with all the starting and stopping and how aggressively the subway system is, your bladder kind of plays tricks on you. But hey, there was one night where it actually worked in our favor, because we went out, and it was the night that it started snowing. We went out of the subway, we went up to the top, and we found ourselves in IHOP, and we were like, sure, why not? Let's have some breakfast. So we sat down and had some breakfast. So, hey, our bladders may have made us make a lot of stops, but sometimes it was beneficial.
Hello, this is Steven's vlog. Restroom stop number 523. Jara and Steven
are in the bathroom again.
Again. This trip was supposed to cost $1,000 and has now cost us
$1,500 because we have to buy something every single
including
time.
this hot chocolate.
Just so they can go pee.
We'll check in again at the next restroom stop.
So another one of the main purposes why we were out in New York too is, of course, my sister wants to go out and live there. And so while she was there, she actually applied for a job at an architecture firm there, and she went in for an interview. And surprisingly enough, even to her, this was surprising, she actually got a call back the other day. So really, I just want to say congratulations to my sister on that. Whatever she decides to do, I will support it all the way. So best of luck.